Hi guys, and welcome to your February 2020. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You for the beautiful sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, you are up. The numbers is in. The tallying has been done. Capricorn, you kicked everybody's butt. Okay. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. My new members, thank you so much. Hello guys. Marve is here to give you the good word. If you're new here with me, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are subscribed, now, what's good, fam bams? Let's get into it. If you're looking for the setup, the lineup, you know how we're going to be doing this, check the description box below. Again, all of the extensions that will be taking place this month will be completely random. Obviously, all of the videos are being posted based upon the views from the previous week. You are ranked from highest to lowest. Hello, Capricorn. Let's get into your reading. You will be extended, darlings. Okay. So, looking at your energy of the person, I can tell you right now that I really want to name this Capricorn I'm trying to change. This person has some deep-seated issues. And when I say deep-seated issues, I mean that they just have things within them that just they're not strong enough to change it. They try very hard. Energy here of the Magician, the king of what? Wands. Okay. Clubs is the equivalent of wands. This is the Illuminated Tarot. Everything you need to know about what I'm using in both the videos will be linked below. And this person struggles very, very hard with trying. Another problem that this person has is their consistency, okay? They need to constantly be the magician because they just lack consistency. I see very, very deeply rooted thoughts, processes, and things inside of them. And it's a conflict. It's a constant conflict, constant battle. This is also the devil. So that Five of Wands is conflict, quarreling, or confusion. They're confused simply to make a decision. Now, I don't mean to sound rude, but Capricorns, honestly, I'm going to read the energy, of course, like I always do, but it's like, it's really simple. You know how, I know why a lot of you guys walked away, because it's like, are you that deaf, dumb, and blind that you can't understand what you need to do? I feel your frustration here because this is to the point where they block the fun, the Four of Wands. And I know what they want to do. And I hate to say anything, but I really feel your energy. I hate to say anything bad. But I feel your energy because you're so freaking frustrated with the fact that they're trying, but it seems like every time they put forth effort, it's never good enough. I feel you. And they really want to change things between you two, honestly. Okay. What I see is that they have visions of you guys at the bridal path door. Again, that's that King of Wands, which is also the Magician in this deck, and this is the Four of Wands. Tremendous amount of fire. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, you can be crossing energies with Capricorn, or someone that has Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in their chart. If not, then this person really, really does feel a tremendous amount of passion, enough that makes them very spontaneous, enough that will get them off of their behinds. The problem is that just as soon as it comes in, it leaves. And with you, Capricorn, you need some consistency. You need a firm, solid offer. This person doesn't know how to be anyone other than who they are. And that poses a problem. You're not trying to change them. You would have been willing to work with them. You are willing, but they shift so much. This is classic Capricorn fire energy. Sagittarius, you're not showing up here if you are watching this, but not showing up here as far as your major arcana energy, but you are all up in the Capricorn's reading. It is that classic, you're drawn to them for their spunk. This is going to drive me nuts. I'm sorry, guys. I'm fidgeting. Ugh. You're drawn to them because of their spunk, their fire, and a lot of their go-getter mentality, all of these beautiful qualities. The problem is that when it comes down to making a decision, the way in which they view decision making is kind of all over the place. It seems as if they can't make a decision and stick with it because this is fire energy. And I'm not talking about fixed fire. I'm feeling Sagittarian. I'm feeling mutable fire, but just fire, period. They're led by their impulses, and I see that. So ideally, they really do look at you as the wife, look at you or the husband or the person that they can be happy with. But a lot of times, just like I've been reading this energy for you guys for months, and you get in my comments and you guys are telling me, Marv, that's not enough. And I understand. In the heart of the matter, we have the Four of Swords. That's quietly preparing. That is plotting. That's some type of, they're in a constant mode of planning. But when do we take action? Yes, there is a lot of impulsive action, impulsive fire. But this planning, they constantly stay in a state of planning and there's never any follow through. And it just about drives you guys up a wall. This is also the Death card. So in the heart of the matter, unfortunately, this person is extremely slow. And patience is a virtue, Caps. The problem is do you have enough? Because I can't wait to examine the more of this in the extension. But what they're not telling you is that, keeping in vain with the name of the video, they really are trying, but I do think that they feed off a certain amount of your energy in order to make the change. And what they're not realizing is that they need to do this on their own, and they don't get it, but they're trying. I do see beautiful transformative energy. We're not going to sit here and lie and make it seem like that's not in their energy. They do have the Death card here. Also the Four of Swords. They are quietly preparing. But it seems like, again, every single time they start preparing, there is some type of conflict, or they take 2 steps forward with you and then something else happens that brings you 2 steps back. There's a reason why that keeps happening. There's certain elements of you guys' connection that is not ready to mature until these themes and things are dealt with. And the devil is here, so you're showing up again, wrapped in chains. You're showing up in your energy. They're feeding off of you. Now, I know that they have some things that they're working through, but I feel that you showing up again. I feel like we just went through this in your reading, and I believe in that reading you came up in your reading. You came up in your energy too. Your major arcana. So we do have Scorpio here. We have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have Scorpio in the heart of the matter and the Death card. And now we have the Devil. You know, it's one of those things, Capricorn, where I feel as if this person is definitely feeding on you in order to get changes made. What does that mean? Well, it feels very, very childish to me, but let me stick to the script. So in order for them to end something, they look at you to say, well, if Capricorn isn't going to change, then why should I? And that's when you guys go tumbling back down and they just can't make a decision and stand on their own, okay? It's like they try and something else conflicts them. There's this confusion in their head. There can be the confusion around them. And let me just say, looking at the energy, I gave you guys the main energy first. Normally I go into the peak of the past, but I started with the Magician. And that was fine. But normally this person will speak to people. We have 2 fours too. Repair. This situation definitely needs to be repaired. Definitely. They go to people and they take up counsel with people. But before I show you that last card, when they take up counsel with people, it's not in a productive working it out type of way. It's in the gossipy type of way. And you get wind of it and it completely pisses you off because you feel as if there's a better way. This is what they do. Those 5 wands of people that you would normally see in this card are, I can see right through this card. And as you can see, there's 3 eyes. So there's always something to somebody. 3 chains, 3 eyes. There's always something to somebody that they have to talk to about your situation instead of talking to you. So that is an issue. I feel like that's one of the primary issues that they have in their own devil energy. Now, what your issue is or what they feel, we'll find out when I clarify this in the extension, because I feel they look to you and they're like, Capricorn's not going to do such and such and such, so why should I? It's very childish. Capricorn, you can stand out there on your own and you don't need a crowd. You don't need the people in this 5 of Wands to cheer you on, give you a heads up, a high five, or none of that. But they do. They need people. And it's always so interesting that you attract these people that they feed off of your strength, but you're not enough. And this is one of the things, and I'm not saying that you're not enough, but that's how you feel. And that is one of the things, amongst others, I'm sure, that just really throws you for a loop. And this is my Hermit card. This is the 9 of Pentacles as well. So this energy made you take a step back, and this energy could be making them take a step back. So they have the nerve to kind of be mirroring you, but what they're trying to do is change, but they're not strong enough to make that change without your motivation and without your help. They need help to change. They need your support. I feel like that I need your support. What's the name of that song by I can't think of her name. Why can't her name escapes me? She's in TDE. Tell me what her name is in the comments. You know what she is. Cute little thing with the hair. That's what they need. They need your support. They don't know how to put themselves on the path where they will start to make positive changes in the right direction. They don't work at something every single day like you do, Capricorn. They don't know how to do that. They talk a good game. They will start to do little things, and then all of a sudden they get pulled right back, and then you're about ready to literally catch a case, if you know what I'm talking about. So I believe this is what they're seeing you do. You took a step back. You're definitely in hermit mode, and this is also the 9 of Pentacles. You're good. Like, you got everything that you need. You are good. You don't necessarily need this relationship. So I feel like this isn't an active walking away. Well, actually, I'm lying. It is, because here we go. Top of the deck energy. The 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. This 8 of Cups is also the 8 of Hearts. It's also the Moon and the 8 of Pentacles. So not only are you focused on your money, you're focused on trying to disconnect from this emotionally, because it no longer serves you. To you, it is beneath you, and it is completely childish, and you've had it. So I feel like this moon is, maybe you're not telling them exactly like that because maybe you don't want to hurt their feelings, but they know that you're in hermit mode and you're not trying to deal with them. And you know, this 8 of Pentacles, you're focused on your business. You're focused on trying to get it popping. Focused on the bag, which is your comfort zone. That's your comfort mechanism. And you know, double 8s is indicative of an energy of a power struggle. So you're trying to focus on your money, but you're being tugged by your heart too. Because let's face it, Capricorn, you do love this person as well. Make the effort is what they are going to want to do. Okay? Which is the energy here that is supporting my 8 of Pentacles. You, on the other hand, they look at you as focusing on your business. That's what this individual is doing. You're putting those holes through those buttons and sewing things up, the holes through the buttons, sewing things up and repairing things on your own to make it work for you. And to them, on one hand, I feel a very mutable energy. I feel like on one hand, they want you to make the effort, and on the other hand, they would like themselves to step up and make some effort. And finally, deception. Yes, they do feel that you are doing this and you're not being honest. Now, for some of you guys, you have. But before I pulled this card, I said I feel like you're not exactly telling them. You are still trying to save a little bit of face cap because you don't want to be mean. It'll be much more comfortable for you just to not say anything about it. Not that you're a punk or anything, but you don't want to have to be mean because you do love the person. And I feel like, they can see that that's a false self mask. I wouldn't say that it's full-fledged deception because I don't feel like you've necessarily moved on. But at the same time, you're not really feeling this right now. You're definitely in your moon. That's what makes it deceptive-ish, because you're in your moon energy, okay? Peak of the past indicates. Let's talk about your peak of the past and where you guys where you've been. Well, first of all, at some point you decided in the past year that you were going to work together. And keep an open mind, because the themes and issues in this relationship have been going on the whole time. It's been going on the entire time. Okay? The entire time. But you stayed optimistic, and there was some parts where you guys actually did make a good team. You did. In that realization in the past year, you guys have went through tremendous ups and downs, and in that ups and downs, I see that there was a realization that your person knew that you were the one, and they're extremely excited about that. This is the Ace of Wands. Brand new passionate beginning, confirming more fire energy here, and this is also the Strength card, okay? That one right there. So I want you to understand that there was a tremendous amount of effort and passion put into just trying to wrap their heads around the fact that they should take a plunge with you and they should do this, which is this relationship. They also realize that it's safe for them to love. So again, in this magician energy, trying to open up their heart, okay? They're trying to open up their heart. They would like to be engaged. Okay? They do see you as the person. They realize that. And I also think that they knew that you were the soulmate. They know that you are a soulmate, or this is a soulmate relationship. Okay? What they're trying to tell you is much of the same. They're a slow mover, Capricorn, for the 9th through the 16th this week. I don't necessarily see... I do see a new passionate beginning. I don't see conversations. I feel like you guys are still talking. The communication is not the best, but you guys are in contact. We're going to get the blockages right now. They're pretty much trying to tell you more of the same. This particular week, though, they're deciding to focus on mirroring you a little bit. Rather than staying apologetic, they may, go into a little cocky type of song and dance, depending on what type of fire they are. And then they regret it after they do it. They have a tendency to put their foot in their mouths. So you might see a little bit of that this week. I don't know whether they're getting on your nerves to the point where you want to be bothered with them for Valentine's Day, Capricorn, but I do see... that they may want to talk about it, although I don't see that in the energy, okay, right now, because One of the things that's blocking this conversation is because they don't have the courage. I find inner strength to face fear with confidence. And the inner strength was also here when I told you that they realized that you were the one. That confirms that. And that's one more little piece, a tidbit. Okay. There also needs to be a surrender because they're trying to control the narrative. I release my need to control. That's a huge thing. That goes along. Thank you, Spirit. That goes along with this devil energy. Absolutely. And I feel some intimidation here. They could be a little intimidated by trying to mirror what comes natural for you but doesn't come natural for them, if that makes sense. Trying to mirror you. Like, well, Capricorn did this. I really do feel this childish energy this week. In the research that I'm doing, and again, the snip will be delivered this weekend, but I'm feeling like as we move into Mercury retrograde, it's going to be very interesting, Capricorns, and the full moon is in your 8th house, so there's going to be some sextiles, but you may not feel like you're being met, like your emotional needs are being met this week. So if you guys were good last week and then you feel like this person picked an argument with you because of Valentine's Day, or if you're one of those Valentine's Day type of females or males, I feel like this is the week that there's going to be taken a stand. A stand is going to be taken. So that's why I said that I feel this very childish mirroring type energy, like, well, Capricorn did it. So you're going to take a stand this week, and they see that. You're kind of stepping back and not trying to be bothered. If it doesn't resonate for the week, this is what you've already been doing, and I'm just letting you know how they're looking at it. And then imagination. I can tell that this person definitely lives in their head. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind, but they live there too much. And their thoughts are shrouded in imagination, and they don't look at things realistically. And here's change. I understand that nothing can grow and evolve without movement. Those are your blockages. So that is what they're not telling you from the 9th to the 16th. Let me know how you're rocking with it. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. I certainly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and see you in the extension because I want to know what actions they're going to take as far as this conversation that needs to be said. Obviously, they want to get engaged. And I want to know how they're going to be approaching this long term. We're also going to find out what actions. We're going to clarify all of the energies. Find out what actions they're going to be taking from the Island Love Wellness Tarot aspect or standpoint. And then finally, we are going to be finding out what the angels have to say about this situation this week. Thank you guys for being here. Capricorn, thank you guys for coming in first place. I really appreciate you. And I am going to leave you with engagement and the 4 of Wands. And I will see you next week when we do it again. See you in the extension to everybody else. Bye, Caps.